Is this Logan? The guy that talked to me in the library today? This is Adriana. I'm the girl you exchanged numbers with. That's if the person I'm texting is the right person.
Oh, hey Adriana. How are you? I didn't think that you were going to get back to me so quickly. Thanks for sending me a message. How are you? How was reading the books?
It was good. The kids got really excited. They had a lot of energy today. I guess they must have been given an extra surplus of sugar at the schools.
Could be. Or maybe your way of storytelling was so engaging that they became energetic.
I'm not so sure about that. My storytelling isn't that good.
Are you kidding me? You must have been doing that storytelling thing for a while now. You were really getting into it, and so were the children. It seemed like they were really enjoying that type of thing. I'm guessing you volunteer quite often?
Yeah, well, ever since I started university, I've been doing it. So it's a little bit over a year now. It's quite enjoyable, and I get a lot of fulfillment out of it.
I can tell. It's really good when people do something they can actually enjoy. It's kind of why I spoke to you in the first place.
You know what? I was very curious about that because we didn't have much time to talk to each other. You caught me in the middle of one of my breaks, and I didn't have much time for a chit-chat. I didn't really ask why you wanted my number in the first place.
Oh yeah? It was a bit rushed, wasn't it? I know I should have picked a better time to actually talk to you, but I didn't want to let the chance slip away from me. I mean, maybe you would have been sitting there doing your storytelling for ages, and I would have had to go home at some point. I saw an opportunity to come talk to you, and I took it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just really curious as to why. I mean, I don't really have this type of thing happen to me a lot.
Really? A girl like you doesn't have guys talking to her? I find that really interesting. That goes against the type of girl I was imagining you to be.
I wonder what you were imagining.
Oh well, you know, just a very level-headed girl with a nice personality that's welcoming to other people. The type of thing that guys really appreciate, you know? I was thinking that I was probably not the first guy that came up and talked to you while you were doing your volunteer work.
Were you kidding? How many guys do you think come to that library in the first place? It's not like I'm getting hit on every day.
Well, believe it or not, I'm really glad to hear that. If things keep going at this pace, then I'd be really sad to know if other guys were still talking to you.
What do you mean at this pace? Are you expecting something from this?
Look, I know it's really presumptuous of me and everything, but when I saw you today doing that volunteer work, I found something that I really liked. I mean, you've got to admit it, Adriana, you're not like a lot of other girls, are you?
I'm not like a lot of girls?
Yeah, you're really not. Think about it for yourself. How many of your friends do you know that are doing this type of volunteer work? There aren't many people that even like kids in the first place.
You're not wrong about that. I have to admit that even for myself, I'm quite different from everyone else.
Right? The question is, why? What makes you so different from everyone else? Why do you do this volunteer work in the first place?
Well, I have my reasons, but I'm more curious as to why you were in the library today. I mean, this isn't a university library or anything. It's just your average local library. Most of the time, it's just old people walking in to read the newspaper. Sometimes there are people managing their own business or something, but you seem pretty young. I wonder what you're doing here.
Well, the truth of the matter is that university is a little bit too far for me. I don't want to drive all the way there just to get there, sit in some library and study. Thankfully for me, I'm blessed with a local library being very close to me. I don't know if you've seen me before, but I tend to come here a lot.
That's funny. I come here too. I wonder why we never see each other.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things. We just had to wait for the right day. But to answer your question, I mainly come here to study for my university course. It's not like I've been coming here to hit on the girl that does volunteer work for the children.
I see. So you like girls who volunteer or something? Is that your type? I'm not a super attractive girl, so I guess that's the only reason why you came up and talked to me, huh?
Well, that's not true. Adriana, you are beautiful. Don't ever think otherwise. Then again, it's not the reason I talk to you. I mean, sure, beauty counts for something. It's definitely important when it comes to attraction, but I wasn't looking at your beauty today when I saw you doing that volunteer work. something else caught my eye.
Something else caught your eye?
Yeah, you see, if I can be a bit honest about myself, I find it really hard to be attracted to most people these days. I mean, sure, there are a lot of beautiful people out there. There are a lot of people that look good on the exterior, but what I really care about is what's in their hearts, what type of person they are on the inside. To me, that's the most important thing. That's what I'm looking for the most. And when I saw you there, really enjoying yourself with those children, it kind of made me think maybe this person has something really beautiful on the inside. Maybe she has a really good soul. You know, if you think about it, you don't really see evil people doing volunteer work, right?
You're not wrong about that. I mean, unless they're getting paid for it, people won't do that type of job, will they?
Exactly, so I'm just really curious about you. I think you have a lot of really good qualities. Just from looking at you, I can tell that you enjoy being around children. You have a really sincere heart and you have a really playful personality too. I mean, these are things that are really important in a long-term partner, right? Don't blame me for getting attracted to something like that.
Well, I've got to be honest, I feel really flattered. Thank you for saying those things about me. I've never been praised for doing something like this.
Why do you do it, Adriana? What makes you so different from everyone else? I'm really curious about the motivation to do this type of volunteer work. Do you just like kids that much?
Well, yes and no. I mean, obviously I have a lot of enjoyment from hanging out with the children. They can give you a special energy that adults can't, right? They're still so naive and innocent. It's kind of a gift, really. But apart from that, I just want to have an impact on people's lives, especially since I didn't get the same thing when I was younger.
What are you talking about? What impact?
Well, let's just say that life wasn't particularly easy for me growing up. I had a very unique circumstance that sets me apart from other people, for better or worse.
Really now? Do you mind if I ask you what it is? I know we've just met and you might be a bit hesitant, but I'm really curious.
Well, I can tell you're a really good guy, so I don't mind sharing. I know you won't use it against me or anything. So, the truth of the matter is that I grew up without even knowing my mother.
You didn't know your mother? That must have been tough.
I'm not really sure if I can call it tough or not. I mean, I've never even experienced what it was like to have one. You see, when I was very young, my father was constantly moving around. He also didn't have a particularly good relationship with my mother. I can only go based on what he tells me, but from what he says, she was a really horrible woman that we had to get away from as soon as possible. I don't really know if it's true or not because he's the only person that really knew her. So I had to take his word for it.
That kind of sucks, to be honest. If you don't know who your mother is, you want to know the truth about who she is, right? You didn't have any other family that you could talk to?
Not really. The only person I've ever known is my dad. Oh, and my sister, of course, Marissa. We both grew up in the same circumstances.
I see. So what you're saying is that you didn't have the best childhood and that your dad tried to save you from it, right? He was somewhat of a hero. He wanted to protect you from your mom, who may or may not have been a good mother.
My dad definitely took me away from my mom, but I don't particularly know if he had the best of intentions about it. The fact of the matter is that my dad is a troublemaker. He would go from town to town and build up a bit of a reputation for himself. People knew him as a crook, a criminal, someone who was stealing from the locals. He often got into fights. Most of the time, the law was involved too. On more than one occasion, we would move to a new town, get settled in, and then my dad would do something to screw everything up. Because of that, we'd have to duck out, usually in the middle of the night to escape prying eyes.
Oh, that sounds horrible. So basically, what you had to do was pay for your father's mistakes, right? He was the one screwing up all the time, but you and your sister had to suffer for it.
Yeah. It really wasn't easy. I mean, if you think about it, we would get settled into a school, learn how to make friends there, and then we'd have to move off to another place. All that time spent with new people was all for nothing. Over time, my sister and I just grew too tired to care about forging friendships in the first place. We knew that whatever new school we went to, we wouldn't be there forever. We'd always be subject to our father's will.
I see. So you and your sister had to put up with this fool your whole life, right? I guess you only tasted freedom when you finally became an adult.
Actually, no, not quite. You see, as my sister and I got older, more fights started happening within the family. My sister respected our dad above all else. She thought he was amazing. She 100% agreed with everything Dad did, and then she even followed in his footsteps. She gained the degenerative qualities our father had. I was quite different, on the other hand. I really didn't want to be like that.
Really? I'm guessing you wanted to be a bit more altruistic. It makes sense you're doing the things that you're doing now.
Exactly. I wasn't as rough and tough as my sister was. I had a tender side to me. I was sick of hurting people. I was sick of the things that my dad was doing. I was sick of the type of life I had. Because of my dad and his actions, I never settled down into one school. I never really got used to any school. School was always a struggle for me in all realms. Socially, academically, you name it. Because of that, I was kind of shy and kids were mean. They called me stupid. They said I had the brains of an elementary school kid, even when I was in high school. It was really tough for me to deal with.
I can imagine, and it's not even your fault. It's all your dad's fault.
He was a really horrible person. I don't know what type of life my dad had when he was younger, but it definitely didn't contribute to a good lifestyle for when he was older. But anyway, there was a conflict of philosophies in our household. My sister was fully on board with my father, and I was the opposite. It didn't matter to Dad, though. He still treated both my sister and me like crap. He verbally abused us, called us stupid and useless. He wanted us to be the ones that managed his house. He got us to do everything from the cooking to the cleaning. We barely had any time to do our homework. But there was a little part of me that just wanted to escape that. All I wanted was an education. All I wanted to do was be like other people.
Oh, you poor thing. I didn't realize you had this type of past.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy. There was constant conflict in our family, and eventually, it all led to a day where my sister and I woke up and our dad wasn't there. We were really confused about what was going on. He was gone for days.
What happened to him?
Well, that's just the thing. My sister and I didn't understand at the time, and it was useless for us to try to talk to each other and brainstorm. We let it slide for a bit, just hoping that he would come back at some point. And then, all of a sudden, the police turned up at our house.
The police?
Yes. It turns out that our dad did a major robbery in that area with a couple of friends, and they managed to identify who it was. They found out it was him and they went to his address, but he wasn't there. We told the police officers that we didn't know anything about it. Our dad hasn't come back for days. The police expressed a little bit of concern and then offered us a safe place to stay. It turns out that our dad would never come back to that house again. He was willing to stay out of mine and my sister's life if it meant saving his own. From that point on, my sister and I went into foster families. To this day, neither of us knows where he is.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to you, Adriana. I had no idea that you had this type of past. I didn't know it was this painful. Here I was, looking at you, just thinking you were some kind of nice girl, kind of like the rest of us, but had really good values instilled in her. Maybe your parents taught you to be selfless? I didn't know. I was just making assumptions. I couldn't have guessed that you had this type of past, though. I can't even imagine what it would be like if I grew up without my parents. You must really hate the type of life you've led up until now.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that, to be honest. I mean, look, I've come to terms with the type of past that I've had. I get it. I know that I've had a lifestyle that not many people have had to live. I know it's quite unique. I know some would consider it painful, but I didn't want to let it affect me. I didn't want it to decide my fate. I wanted to do something with it. I wanted to do something positive. My sister and I went on 2 different paths. She followed in my father's footsteps and became more of a criminal. I tried to do something different. I understood how important it was to have a good family figure in the household. For all of my life, I would go to different schools and I would hear kids talk about their family. They talked about how much they loved their father and how much they respected him. Or they would talk about how good their mother's cooking was and how it's even better than the restaurants. I've been listening to this type of story forever. I know how harshly children can take their circumstances. I know sometimes they're just yearning for that one person who can be their friend. So when I'm doing this volunteer work, I have that in mind. I feel like out of all those children, there's probably someone in there who was just like me. Someone who just wanted a person to be kind to them. And I'm hoping that that child feels it every time they come to one of my sessions.
Wow. Just wow. I'm really starting to be grateful for the fact that I came up and talked to you. You really are an interesting person, Adriana. I knew I was right about you. I knew you were hiding something in your soul. Something mysterious. Something alluring. Something that I can't help but feel attracted to.
Are you kidding me right now? You still feel attracted to me after hearing everything? I mean, you know all about me and my childhood. You know what I've been through. I'm basically a failure. I'm broken goods. A defective product. And you're still interested in me?
Well, yeah, I mean, people that go through pain and suffering and still come out on top are people that you should admire. If you think about it, there are a lot of people that don't know what that feels like. They don't have any interesting stories that they can talk about. Nothing they can show why they are the person that they are today. You really shouldn't feel bad about that, Adriana. That is an important part of who you are.
Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, in all honesty, this is the first time I'm actually opening up about myself. This is something that I don't often tell people. I'm a little bit ashamed of it.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say that you should wear it on your shirt like a shining badge or anything, but I wouldn't be ashamed of who you are.
Well, what about you? You're not just saying all these things to get into my pants, are you? You're not just pretending, are you?
Who? What? Me? Pretending? No, wait, that's not the type of guy that I am. I don't think I could act like this, even if I wanted to.
Okay, but do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you really see things from my perspective?
Well, look, obviously I can't empathize with you 100%. There's no way for me to know exactly how you were feeling. But at the same time, I can relate to your mindset. I really enjoy being around children just like you do.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, I didn't tell you this, but my niece actually goes to your sessions.
Your niece?
Yeah, my sister drops her off from time to time, and my niece is always talking about how much fun she has. It really brings a smile to my face. All those times that I can't hang out with my niece, you're the one who's doing it. Thanks for doing such a good job all this time.
That's hilarious. I wonder which one she is. Just from my memory, I don't recall many kids that look really similar to you. It's going to be a hard one to guess.
Well, you know what? Maybe next time my niece goes in, I'll come with her. I'll drop her off at your session. After you're done with everything, you and I can go on a date.
A date?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not sure if we're gonna have any chemistry. I can't guarantee that we're gonna vibe with each other and all that stuff, but I genuinely think that you're interesting, Adriana. I'd like to see you again if you would give me the chance.
Wow. I don't know what to say. I haven't really directed my life towards dating, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, I've made it my goal to give as much happiness to children out there. I mean, even right now, I'm studying daycare at university. It's my life goal, and I don't really want to get distracted by things like dating.
Okay, well, I think that's really admirable. I understand where you're coming from. At the same time, I think you deserve a chance to let loose a little bit. You need to care about yourself as well, you know? If you want to go out there and have a little bit of fun, why not? And you know, at the end of the day, it's just one date. We don't have to get all serious about everything if you don't want to.
Are you sure? Are you going to be okay with that?
Absolutely. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm just really happy I met such an awesome person. I really love how altruistic you are. It's a rare quality these days. So even if this doesn't lead to anything great, or we don't end up dating or something, I'm just happy to have met you.
You really are nice. Okay, well, my next session is next Friday. So if you can bring your niece along at that time, that'd be great. Should I wear anything nice?
You can wear whatever you want, Adriana. I'm more interested in the other things that you can tell me about yourself. Hey, babe, we're in an emergency right now. I know you're doing overtime at work and whatnot, but I need you to message me. Something crazy is going on right now. You need to message me right away.
Oh my God, Logan, I'm so sorry. It's taken me a while to look at your messages. It's been hours since you started messaging me about this problem. Is everything all right? Are you in danger or something? Maybe you should call the police.
Yeah, look, I'm this close to doing that, actually. I mean, this is actually crazy. I've never had something like this happen to me before.
Something like what? What exactly is going on there?
Look, I don't really know. There's just this crazy guy outside who's banging on the door and screaming your name. Someone who knows you?
What? Is he a stalker or something?
I'm not sure. He keeps saying that his name is Bill, and he demands that you come out straight away.
Hold on a second. What did you just say? His name is Bill?
Yeah.
Did he say his last name?
No, he hasn't.
What does he look like?
Well, he looks really scruffy and quite old. He has a black unshaven beard.
Oh no. I think I know what's going on here.
Adriana, what's up? You need to explain what is going on right now.
Okay, look. I know how dire the situation is. I know you must be really stressed right now. What I want you to do is just to stay inside. Don't you dare open that door.
Okay, and do what? Just wait for him to break it down anyway? Can I at least call the police?
Don't you dare do that. That's the last thing that we want to do. I'm going to do my best to finish up at work and head there as soon as I can. I'm going to resolve the situation.
Okay, well, look, Adriana, you better come back as soon as possible because this guy's in quite a state. I don't think he's gonna stop at all. He'll be banging on that door for the rest of the night. And also, do you think this is safe? Who is this guy anyway? How do I know that you're not gonna be in danger the moment you get here?
Look, he's not going to do that. Trust me, I know how he works. He would never do anything to hurt me.
Okay. You know, honestly, that's not giving me much reassurance. Look, Adriana, I'm gonna do as you say, but if I see any sign of violence, I'm gonna step in, okay? If this escalates more than it has to, I'm calling the police regardless of whether or not you wanted this to happen. Do you understand? I care about you more than whoever this guy is.
All right, fine, I get it. Look, I'll try to get there as fast as I can so that doesn't happen. It's important you don't call the police on this person. I need to speak with him.
Hey, Adriana, you and that guy have been in that room for a while now. Do you mind updating me on what is happening? I know you told me just to go to bed so that I can wake up early for work tomorrow, but I can't exactly do that when there's a stranger in my house. I need you to give me some basic details about what's going on here.
Look, I still need to emotionally adjust myself. Can you give me a couple more minutes, Logan?
Oh, come on, I've given you a couple of hours already. At least tell me who this person is. Is it really that hard for you to do so?
It isn't. But I'm just so surprised something like this would happen. It's so out of the blue. Why would he do this? Why would he come back into my life like this?
Come back into your life? Who is this guy? Oh, wait. Don't tell me. This can't possibly be. No, it's not him.
It's exactly who you're thinking about right now, Logan. That's exactly who it is.
Your dad, right?
That's right. This is my dad. The person that hasn't talked to me for almost 10 years. He's finally come back to me.
What? This is crazy. Who would have thought something like this would happen? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to drive him out of the house?
What did you just say?
Yeah, I mean, this is the guy that ran out of your life, right? This is the guy that didn't care about whether or not you would suffer from his actions. Surely you don't want him around. I bet you want me to do something about it.
No, wait, Bill! Don't do anything. Don't startle him just yet. There are some things you need to understand.
What do you mean things? What else is there to understand? He's a piece of crap that doesn't care about you or your sister. Are you seriously going to sit there and tell me that you want me to sympathize with him or something? Do you want me to pretend that he's had this hard life, which is why he turned out to be the guy that he is now? No amount of explanation is going to excuse him for treating you the way that he did.
Look, Logan, I know you will feel very emotional about it. I mean, the fact of the matter is, he harmed someone that you care about. He harmed me. But I just want you to take a second to calm down. I want you to look at him as a human being.
How could you say that, Adriana? Don't you have any feelings of hatred towards this person? Aren't you absolutely disgusted by the fact that he's in your house right now begging you for forgiveness? Oh, don't tell me you're actually feeling sorry for this guy. Don't tell me that he actually gave you a sob story and you're believing it. That's the last thing that I want to hear. You should be smarter than that, Adriana. Don't fall for this guy's lies.
Logan, all I'm asking is that you hear him out. You can make your judgments after that.
Hear him out? I don't believe what you're telling me right now, Adriana. It's almost like everything that you told me in the past was just a lie. If you were telling the truth about what happened to you and how much this man ruined your life, there is no way that you would be asking me to forgive him. You would be telling me to rush into that room and save you from his clutches, to actually get him out of our house. Do I need to jog your memory on what you told me? You told me that this is the guy that didn't care for you or your sister at all. He didn't care about raising you, and he didn't care about keeping your mother in the picture. He would go from town to town, stealing and committing other acts of debauchery just to satisfy his own selfish needs. And then what happens? He does something so grand, so evil that the police start to catch up with him, and in order to evade the police, he ditches you and your sister. This is the type of person you want me to forgive? This is the person that you want me to listen to? Oh, what a joke. I can't believe who you are right now, Adriana. There's no way that you would have told me this all those years ago when I met you.
Okay, well, look. That was then and this is now. I'm not a young woman anymore. I'm grown up. I've become more mature. I don't hold on to my grudges like I used to.
How is this becoming more mature? It sounds like you're going backwards.
From your point of view, maybe. But look, this is about compassion. This is about being compassionate to those who aren't as fortunate as we are.
Is that really what you're going to tell me right now? Adriana, you're going to be compassionate to this guy? On what grounds does he even deserve your compassion? What has he told you to make you feel this way?
Look, it doesn't matter what my dad told me. I know you're not going to listen to him anyway, but the fact of the matter is that he's been suffering just like a lot of people out there. Just like I used to suffer. He's no different than those kids that have suffered. Everyone suffering deserves compassion.
Actually, he's very different from them. People like him are the cause of their suffering. Adriana, did you forget that or something?
I understand that. I know that this person isn't good. He's hurt a lot of people, including my sister and I. Any reasonable person would vindicate this man. They would cast him out, tell him to get the hell away. They would say he doesn't deserve to be a part of his family. He doesn't deserve help. He doesn't deserve love or compassion. Then what's going to happen? You honestly think that that's the right thing to do, Logan?
Well, in my opinion, it is. You get what you deserve. You cause evil onto other people, so you deserve evil to happen to you in return.
That's such an immature way of thinking. Think about it. If we give him the cold shoulder now, he's just going to go out there and impose his will on other people. His evil is going to be infectious. It's going to hurt other people if we don't give him the love and compassion now. It's for the greater good that we do this.
Greater good? I can't believe you would actually talk about something like that. Let's talk about our good. How is him being here going to benefit us at all? Do you think everything is just going to be all sunshine and roses and you and him are going to make up? He's just going to turn into this completely new person overnight just because he wants to reconnect with his family?
To say that wasn't a possibility would be foolish. Of course there's a possibility that he could be that. We have to give him a chance.
Are you sure that you're just not getting your hopes up with this one, Adriana? Are you sure this just isn't a repeat of the past? Who's to say that he won't just leave your life again? Who's to say that you're not going to bond with him and just be hurt by him, just like you were countless times before?
You're not wrong about that. There is a chance that he might walk out of my life again, and in all honesty, I think I've come to terms with that.
What do you mean you've come to terms with it?
Well, the fact of the matter is, nothing changes, right? I just go back to my married life with you. It's just us two together, working towards that goal. But let's say he stays here and something good actually happens. Let's say that he actually becomes a good person. Maybe we could even bring him in on that goal. Logan, this is a really good opportunity here, right?
I see what you're trying to say. Now you're thinking that if we magically turn your father over to the good side, he's going to help us build that orphanage?
Exactly.
That is some real idealistic thinking right there, Adriana. And let me just say one thing. It's all contingent on the fact that he's ready to repent. He needs to be ready to apologize for what he's done. Has he done that yet?
No, he hasn't. Actually, he hasn't talked about the past at all. All he's talked about is what's been happening for him these past couple of years and how much he missed me and my sister. How much he wants to be a part of our lives again.
Wow, that just sounds like the typical con man act. You didn't actually fall for that, did you? Aw, please tell me you're smarter than that.
Okay, well, I was very suspicious about his intentions, and it didn't sound like he was just trying to sing me a lovely tune. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I should retract my help just because of that. He still deserves a chance.
It is amazing listening to you right now. I think you're letting your feelings determine your actions a little bit too much, Adriana. But if that's the decision you want to make, then so be it. Bring him back into your life. Maybe he can come over every now and then. You guys can have dinner together. I don't agree with it, but if that's what you want to do, I understand.
What are you talking about? I'm not thinking about having him come over here every now and then. I'm thinking about having him live here.
You want him to live here? You want the guy who is known to be a criminal to actually live here? Are you insane?
I know it seems crazy, but I honestly think it's the right thing to do. Not only that, but Dad has specifically asked for it himself. He doesn't have anywhere to go. He doesn't have any more friends. They're either incarcerated or dead. He's completely alone with no place to live.
Well, that's just grand, isn't it? Don't you see that as a major coincidence? The moment that he has no one, he decided to come back to you and your sister. If that doesn't tell you about his true intentions, then I don't know what does.
Be that as it may, this is my decision to make. This is my father. I don't care what you think about it, Logan. This is what I want to do. And guess what? You and I are both paying for this house, right? That means I get half the say in what happens here.
This is ridiculous. Fine. He can stay here. But look, I'm telling you this right now, Adriana. Things aren't gonna work out. This is a horrible idea. I mean, sure, if you want to welcome him back into your life, that's one thing. Being able to see him every now and then is decent enough, but to actually have him live here? You want a criminal to actually live in our house? Even you must see how stupid that is.
My decision still stands. It's what I want to do regardless of what you think about it.
Well, let's just hope that you're right about all of this. Let's hope that this guy can really turn over a new leaf. Adriana, babe, are you okay? It's been a while since your dad moved in, and I'm just really worried about you. I know you're very eager about living with this man and helping him become a new person and whatnot, but the way this guy talks to you is absolutely horrible. Are you sure you're okay with this? Are you sure you want to put up with this? Look, I can step in at any time. If you want me to put him in his place, I will. I just need you to say the word.
Logan, look, I know what's going on. I know the way my dad's talking to me. It's fine. It's nothing that I'm not used to. Just let it happen. I don't want you to step in and start causing issues.
Causing issues? Am I the one that's causing issues here? Isn't he the one causing all the issues in the house? As the people that live here, I think we have the right to say something about it. Just because he's your dad doesn't mean you have to listen to him forever.
I know. But just to keep the peace, I don't think you should say anything. You know the type of background my dad has, right? He's not going to change overnight. It's going to be like this for a while.
Well, Adriana, I'm not sure how much longer I can take of this. How much longer is a while? Listening to the way that he talks to you is absolutely disgusting. I mean, the things that he says about you. He calls you good for nothing. He calls you worthless. He doesn't even call you by your name. He just calls you girl. That is so degrading. Can you understand how I feel listening to this, Adriana? Can you understand how it feels to be your husband and just sit there on the sidelines being mute? It is tearing me apart. There's a part of me that just wants to lash out at him right away. How dare he disrespect you like that? And not only that, where does he get the nerve to talk that way in our house, in a place where he doesn't live? He doesn't put 1 cent into the rent, he doesn't pay for food, he doesn't do anything around here, and he thinks it's okay to talk to you like that? It is not on. I'm not going to sit by and just watch this happen right in front of me, Adriana. I need to step in and say something.
Logan, don't! Just don't! I know it's horrible. I know it seems really bad, but it's no different from the way he used to talk to me and my sister when we were kids.
It's no different? Now I'm just mad. You telling me that he thinks this is normal behavior? He thinks he can just talk this way to people and get away with it? Look, I get it. Your sister and yourself are women. It's really hard to step up to him. You're not men, but thankfully you're married to someone who is. Not only that, but your sister's also got herself a partner, right? If you want us to step up to him, then why not? I can do it on my own if you want. It's my house after all. I'm the one who makes the rules here, not him.
Logan, look. The fact of the matter is that if you shower him with negativity, he's just going to throw it back at you. It's not going to actually change him. It's not going to be for the greater good.
Well, if that doesn't tell you that this person is a lost cause, then I don't know what does. I mean, think about it. You do nothing and he doesn't change. You do something and he doesn't change. Where do you expect this to go, Adriana? Things were good before your dad came here. We had a really good thing going. Why don't we just go back to that? You don't have to put up with this nonsense forever.
I can't do it. I just can't.
Why not? Tell me the reason. Give me one valid reason why you want to keep this guy around. If you don't, I'm going to have a talk with him.
Look, the fact of the matter is, I love him.
You what now?
That's right. I love him. I know it's hard to understand, but think about my life. I didn't have my mom growing up. It was just my dad, my sister, and myself. It was the 3 of us. And I know Dad is the type of person that he is. I know he's an absolutely horrible human being. I know the things he says are really cruel, and the things he does are even worse. But at the end of the day, he's my father, and I can't help but just feel this emotion of love towards him.
You have got to be kidding me right now. After all the stuff that you've been through, after everything you told me, you still love this man? It just doesn't make any sense. It is so stupid.
I know it must seem stupid, but that's the fact. He's still a very important part of my life. And nothing would make me happier than seeing him become a new man. Become like you and I, devoting his life to helping other people.
You know what, Adriana? I have been thinking about this for a long time now, but you're way too sincere. It's been a part of you that I love the most, but it's also one of your biggest downfalls. You're always going to show love and compassion to the worst people in society. I have a feeling that one day it's going to bite you back.
Well, what can I say? You only have yourself to blame, Logan. It's like you said, it's one of the parts that you love most about me, right? If that's the case, then I'm going to continue being the way I am.
Oh, come on, don't start talking all lovey-dovey. This is a serious conversation. I'm really worried about you and your dad. I don't get a good feeling about this.
Logan, it's going to be fine. Trust me, I have everything under control. Just do as I say, and I'll make sure that we'll get through this, okay? It's like I said, it's either Dad changes into the man that we want him to be, or he leaves. Those are the only two outcomes. Just trust in me, okay?
Hey, Weasel. Weasel, don't you dare ignore me. I'm talking to you. No, you're not. You're talking to someone called Weasel. That's definitely not me. If you want to have a conversation with me, Bill, you're going to refer to me by my proper name. Oh, would you look at that? It looks like you have a little bit of fire in you to begin with. I was beginning to think that you were just another girl walking around this house. To think that you actually have some guts on you. Now that's a big surprise. What do you want from me, Bill? I'm not going to listen to you trying to insult me. I'm a very busy person. I'm insulted just by the fact that you haven't made a comment on that nice little present I got you. I mean, have you even looked in the garage? The garage? Well, I caught the bus to work today, so I've had no reason to go into the garage. Oh, really now? Well, we can't have that, can we? How about you go in there? I'm pretty sure you're going to be very surprised at what you see. Wait, what the hell, Bill? What the hell am I looking at right now? What, you don't know what that is? You really don't know your cars, do you? Well, that right there, my friend, is a Porsche. That thing isn't cheap, you know? God damn it, Bill, I know what it is. I'm trying to ask you what it's doing here. Why is there a Porsche in my garage? Well, I don't know. Consider it a little gift from me to you. My way of paying my respect for the fact that you and my daughter let me stay here for a couple of weeks. Even though you guys are completely useless and don't know how to run a household. Enough of that, Bill. I need you to explain where the hell you got this car from. Don't try and sit there and tell me you got it through legitimate means. Who cares how I got it? The fact of the matter is that it's here now, isn't it? Feel free to use it. You'll find the car keys on the table. Take it out for a spin, but treat it gently. Like I said, it's not exactly cheap. Do you think I'm stupid enough to actually drive this car, Bill? I'm gonna get pulled over by the police in a matter of minutes. There is no way I can drive around in this thing. Ah, come on, why are you gonna be such a wet blanket? I knew you didn't have a taste for danger. You're barely even a man. What did you just say? Yeah, you heard me. You're basically a girl. You don't do anything that's daring. You don't do anything that's actually exciting. I know all about you and the job that you do. You get my daughter to work in that pitiful daycare with a bunch of dirty kids all day, and you yourself work at that company. You know, every day that you put that tie on, you're basically calling yourself a slave. That right there is a leash and a collar that you're wearing. And to think that you wear that thing with pride. I do everything that I do with pride because I'm proud of the life that I live, Bill, and I don't care what you think about it. But you know, I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about this car. I need you to get this out of my house right now. Why? It only just got here. You haven't even tried it yet. Bill, I'm not going to have stolen goods in my home. You get this thing out of here right now. Oh my God, you really are a girl, aren't you? I don't know how you can't be embarrassed with yourself. Look, that's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about. All this name-calling stuff. I know the way that you talk to your daughter. I know the things that you call Adriana. You call her good for nothing. You call her useless. You call her every name in the book. Do you really consider yourself a decent father after doing all of that? Do you not have any pride at all? This is your own offspring that you're talking about. Why would you put her down like that? Well, think about it. Look at the circumstances that she's put herself in. She's married a loser that's not even a man, and she keeps the house in disarray. The house isn't even that bad. If it ever gets into a chaotic mess, it's because you can't clean up after yourself. What are you talking about right now? Don't you realize that I'm an old man now? Do you really expect me to clean up after myself? I don't have the energy to do that. Okay, but apparently you have the energy to steal cars? Did I say I stole that car? You're just making assumptions, kid. Don't think that just because I have the history that I do, that means I'm still a criminal. I may have repented for all you know. Yeah, right. With all the weird, shady characters you like to bring to the house from time to time, I highly doubt that. You get that car out of my house and you start treating your daughter better. You hear me? You can talk to me in whatever way you want, but I'm not going to let you talk to Adriana that way. You got that? Yeah, right, whatever. I'll deal with the car. Maybe it was out of place for me to bring that thing back here. I'll just sell it to a nice little auto shop that I know about. They give me a good price for these types of things, you know? As for my daughter, the moment when she starts to wisen up and actually becomes a woman worthy of respect, that's when I'll start treating her better. Not once in her life did she show me that she was a decent woman. Really? Even though she's working in a kindergarten right now, helping children develop into capable human beings? Even though before she met me, she used to volunteer for free and didn't get paid for it? You're gonna say that she wasn't worthy of respect? That is exactly what I'm saying. Why would you complicate her life like that? All she has to do is keep the house in order, and then she'll get some respect. It's as simple as that, kid. You really are a despicable creature. I've had enough. For the time that you're here, don't you dare talk to me, Bill. You and I are not on good terms.
Loser! Don't you ever turn your phone on? My dad has been trying to contact you. Apparently, something happened to that dopey sister of mine. Something about her getting hit by a car or something. I don't know. The point is that she's in the hospital, and you might want to get there before your wife starts walking through the pearly gates.
What the? Are you serious right now? You're not lying to me, are you? Adriana actually got hit by a car?
Come on, man. You and I never talk. Do you think I would lie about something like this? I like to use my time more wisely than that.
You're trying to tell me that my wife is in danger? Oh, this is bad. I need to get there as soon as possible. Are you gonna be there?
Me? Go to the hospital and support my sister? Heck no. I wouldn't do that in a million years. I hate that chick. I even hate the fact that I even have to message you about her. I couldn't care less if she's got people around her or not.
I don't have any words to say to you. It's not the most important thing right now. I can't believe what's happening. Adriana, please tell me you're fine. Please tell me everything is okay. I must be an idiot for trying to do something like this. I really am losing it, aren't I? But I don't have any other choice. I feel like this is the only right thing to do. I just miss you so much, Adriana. I can't believe that you're gone. I mean, there is a part of me that's sending these messages to you right now that makes me feel like at some point, you're just gonna spring back to life and message me again. I'm really holding on to some false hope, aren't I? I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I've lost someone like you. I can't believe the gods would actually take you instead of someone else, instead of someone that actually does harm to the world. It's just not right. It's just not fair. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find someone as beautiful as you again, and I'm not just talking about how you look on the outside. I'm talking about your soul. I've never met someone so selfless, someone who tries to love people even though they're completely evil. These last couple of months where we've had your dad over showed me just how sincere and selfless you really are. I'm always going to cherish the memory of you being kind to everyone you meet, no matter who they are. Goodbye, Adriana. I'm going to try and make your dream a reality. It's a sad thing, isn't it? Losing someone you love. I remember raising that girl ever since she was a little baby. She's really changed since then. I did so much for her. I really loved her with all of my heart. It doesn't feel right in my heart that I have to do this, but I know that she would have wanted it. I know this is the only way for her soul to rest in peace. To do what exactly? Bill, I've never heard you talk about your daughter this way before. You've always slung disdain at her as if she was a piece of crap. Now that she's died, you're really gonna show a soft, tender heart to her? Of course, she's my daughter at the end of the day. I need to do right by her. And how exactly are you gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna take over this house, of course. What did you just say? That's right. Me and her sister, we're taking this house for ourselves. Okay, well that's interesting because you never discussed that with me, Bill. Do you really think that's what your daughter would want? Do you really think that just acting all sad about her passing means that you deserve this house? You haven't done anything to deserve it. You weren't even at the hospital when she passed away. You've treated her horribly, and you think that you can get a whole house out of it? You're a jerk. Ah, come on, Logan. You and I both know the type of girl that she was. You could throw dirt in her face and rub it in her eyes, and she would still say that you deserved love and compassion. That's just the type of person that she was. She'd want me to have this house regardless of what you think about it. She'd want her family to have it. Are you sure she wouldn't want her husband, who's been supporting her this whole time, to have it? You know, the guy that's actually been living in that place? What support? It didn't mean much, did it? Look what happened to her. She's passed away. This just shows how goddamn useless you are. Your support meant nothing. Don't you dare speak to me that way. How dare you? How dare you think that you can just take my house? Well, listen here, kiddo. Marissa and I are already getting to work throwing your stuff out. You're as good as gone. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. You know the type of people we are, right? We're criminals. We know the harsh way of life. If you try come down here with a violent attitude, we'll throw it back at you 3 times as powerful. You won't come out of this house alive, so just accept your fate. Come and get your things and never come back again. You actually think you've won, haven't you, Bill? This isn't gonna work out for you. I'm gonna make you suffer for this. You spit on your daughter's grave by taking her house. You hear me? You spit on it. How's the house, Bill? Everything nice and cozy? Is it all to your liking? It is, actually. Not that I needed you to confirm it. What do you want from me, you weasel? Didn't I make it clear that you and I aren't friends? We've taken your house and that's it. You can't just suck up to me and expect me to give you a room here. It's not gonna happen. Marissa doesn't particularly like you either. She says you're more of a prance than that good-for-nothing sister of hers. I see. Well, thank you for messaging me back. That just shows that they haven't arrived yet. Who hasn't arrived yet? The police, of course. The what now? That's right, the police. Honestly, Bill, you only have yourself to blame for this. You're really good at talking yourself up, but you don't even realize that you're incriminating yourself. All those stories about the things that you've done, I've collected them over time. And not only that, I found out about this car, who you stole it from, and where you sold it. I know everything, and I know that Marissa helped you out as well. I've informed the police about everything that's happened, and they're going to be taking you guys in. You had a long run, and now it's time for you to own up to your own mistakes. You little weasel. I should have known you were a piece of crap. How could you do this to family? Family? What makes you my family? Well, the fact that you're married to my daughter, of course. That's a conjoining of 2 families, and now you've betrayed them. You were never my family, Bill. In my eyes, the only important person to me was my wife. Despite everything you want to say about her and her tender heart, I know she wouldn't feel right with you and her sister taking that house. I know she wouldn't feel right about the place where her and I shared so many memories together turning into a criminal den. She and I had intentions for that place, and I'm not gonna let you abuse it.
You righteous little brat. I can't believe you would actually do this. I've already been to the Slammer once. Do you really think I want to go back there again? And not only that, but you're gonna send Marissa there as well? Don't you realize that she has a kid?
Don't worry, if she has a kid, I'll be able to find a way to accommodate for it. Trust me, I'm only doing what's right. Bill has a very long history of criminal activity. Not only that, but the Porsche he stole was from a very powerful individual, someone who doesn't take slights lightly. Because of that, when Bill actually went to trial, they were very quick to hand him a very heavy sentence. It turns out that he's going to be spending a life sentence in prison. To this day, I hear that he's sitting in prison, wailing about how much he cared for his daughter and how none of this was fair. Everyone knows that Bill's intentions weren't good. He didn't even show a little bit of kindness to his daughter, and it's absolutely disgusting. I always think about how much of a strong and powerful person Adriana could have been if she had just had a decent life. It's such a shame that she had to pass away the way that she did. She didn't even achieve the dream that she had. Her sister wasn't able to get away with this scot-free either. She had a hand in stealing that car, but she didn't have a long history of criminal activity like her father did. She received a shorter sentence, but as her father said, she was pregnant with her child. She gave birth to that child in prison. When they were trying to figure out what to do with the kid, I had already given them an option. You see, the truth of the matter is that my wife and I were preparing that home to be an orphanage. We were going to get it remodeled for all sorts of kids to start living there so that we could take care of them. And what do you know, Marissa's little girl actually became our first orphan. Obviously, this is something that I wanted to be doing with my wife. It was a dream that we both shared. But because she's not here right now, I have to carry on without her. I'm hoping I'm doing her justice. Year after year, I'm able to bring in more orphans and actually properly take care of them. I'm doing my best to make sure that they find loving families that adore them to bits. To me, this mission is the only thing that exists. There are times where I really think about Adriana, and the memory of her really hurts my heart to remember the fact that she's gone. I honestly feel like I'm never going to find another person like her again. Sometimes I feel like I need to get out there on the dating market and do my best to find someone that I can connect with, but I already know it's a lost cause. In my heart, I feel like I'll never find someone as special as her again. But thankfully, this mission of mine is what keeps me on track. Helping these children is what makes me forget the pain of losing her. In fact, it just turns that pain into joy, knowing that I'm doing something that she would approve of. I hope she's looking down on me right now, smiling at what I've been able to achieve. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future.